Welcome back. In this video we're going to show you how to create your tool pass to cut your last man standing game on the CNC mill. To be set up for success, we should have Inventor open on our computer like I have here, and this video should be playing on your iPad next to your computer. To begin, we're going to go up to Orange File in the top left hand corner and we're going to select Open from the menu at the top. Then, when our Open menu screen pops up, it should automatically open to your H drive, first initial last name 000. If it does not, you may have to click on the pull down menu here and then choose your H drive right here. Okay? In our H drive we should see our last man standing game. Select Open. And now we're ready to create our tool pass. So right now we're on the 3D model tab. If you take a look above the ribbon bar, there's a whole bunch of tabs that are up here. 3D model, sketch, annotate, inspect. I would like you to find the CAM tab. When you find the CAM tab, click to select it, and our ribbon bar changes. The first thing we need to do is set up our part. So we're going to choose our setup folder right here from the job menu in the ribbon bar. And in our model browser on the left hand side, you can see that we have 3 tabs going across the top, and each one of these we're going to work from left to right, going across with the tabs, and each tab we're going to take a look at from top to bottom. In this first tab for the setup, we're going to come down to the work coordinate system, and where it says origin, we're going to change from stock box point to model origin, and that's going to place the origin down in the lower left hand corner where we designed it. Next we're going to go to the second tab, which is your stock tab, and in here we're going to keep it at relative size box, but where it says stock offset mode, we're going to change this here to no additional stock. Going on to our third tab, which is our post-process tab. When we select it, we're going to change to 1001, highlight that, and you're going to call this last man standing and your last name. Last man standing and your last name. And then down in the bottom in our model browser bar, we're going to take and click OK. Now that we have that created, the first thing we're going to do is come up to our ribbon bar, and in the drilling section we're going to select drill. Once again, our model browser on the left hand side, we have 4 tabs going across the top. We're going to work these from left to right, and we're going to take a look at each tab from top to bottom. In this first tab we're going to select our tool, so click on the tool button here. And then in the little menu over here on the left hand side, we're going to scroll down just a little bit, and underneath where it says sample libraries, we're going to choose end mills, and we want to choose tool number 1 1/8 inch flat end mill, and click select. That's going to put our tool down here. Let's go to our second tab. Click on our second tab. That's for our geometry. What we're going to do is we're going to come in and we're going to select the holes. So we're going to go through and we're going to click each one of the holes that we want drilled. Be nice to click them in a logical order. However, we also are going to have optimize order right here. Optimize order selected, so the computer is just going to take care of how they're going to get cut. Okay, next we're going to go up to our Establish Heights tab. So we're going to click on our Establish Heights tab. That's the third one. Our top 3 that are here, clearance height, retract height, and feed height, we're going to change these all to stock top and 0.2. Once again, stock top 0.2 and stock top 0.2. We're only going to do that for the top 3. Clearance height, retract height, feed height. Going on to our fourth tab, which is our cycles tab, we want to have selected drilling and then wrap it out. So it's going to drill in, get to the final depth, and then it's going to rapid retract out of the hole before moving on to the next one. Okay, our holes are all taken care of. Let's click OK in the bottom of this model browser. Okay, so we have our drill operation set up there. The next thing we need to do is run the tool pass to cut our pocket here for the game pegs. So we're going to do that in the 2D milling section of our ribbon bar. We're going to go up to the top, select 2D pocket. And once again, we have these tabs we're going to run across from left to right, and each tab we're going to look at from top to bottom. So first we need to identify the tool. Let's click on our tool button. We're going to go to sample underneath sample libraries, end mills, and we're going to choose 1/8 inch flat end mill and click select. Next we're going to go on to our geometry where we're going to select what do we want to be cut out. When you're doing your selecting, make sure you're on the bottom surface. You see how it highlights red here. If you are on the top surface up here, it's not going to cut into the part. So we want to be on the bottom surface. And click when it's selected and highlighted. Next, let's go to our Establishing Heights tab. In here, once again, clearance height, retract height, and feed height, we want to be at stock top and 0.2. Stock top and 0.2. Stock top and 0.2. And stock top and 0.2. So clearance height, retract height, and feed height are all stock top and 0.2. Let's go to our next tabs, passes tab. In here, the only thing we're going to change over is where it says stock to leave. We're going to uncheck that box. We don't want any stock to be left over. And then we're going to go on to our final tab, our linking parameters. In here, we're going to change our safe distance to 0.2. And down in the leads and transitions, we're going to uncheck lead in, uncheck lead out. And our ramp style in the ramp section, we're going to change from helix to plunge. Okay, once we have those taken care of, we're going to click OK in the bottom of our model browser. And it should generate those toolpaths and show them to you there. Okay, let's go up to the top. Let's select Setup 1 from our model browser on the left-hand side. And we're going to go to Simulate all the way on the left-hand side of our ribbon bar. In the Simulate section, we're going to click Stock to turn the stock on. It should turn green. And then we're going to take and we're going to press play. And it's going to go through, show you how it's going to drill the holes, then how it's going to pocket that part out. We're making sure down here in the bottom we don't have any collisions and our part looks correct once it's finished running through. That looks excellent so far. Let's click Close down in the bottom left-hand corner of our model browser. And now we're going to go up and post-process. So let's click post-process next to simulate. And in here there's a couple things that we want to change. We want to go to our output folder and we want this to go into our H drive. So click on the little button right here. And we want to be, I got to find my folder. Right here we are. First initial last name 000. Click select folder. It should carry through your program name, Lastman Standing, and then your last name. And then click post. Verify that that's what you want it called. Verify that this is where you want it to go into your H drive, and then click save. It's going to take a little bit of time in order to process the toolpaths. When it does, your screen's going to change. And you're going to see all your M and G codes to control your machine and the X, Y, and Z coordinates that the tool is going to take as it's cutting. So let's go up to the top left-hand corner here and X this window out. That brings us back onto Inventor. For good safety measures, let's go up to the orange file in the top left-hand corner of your screen, orange file, and go down to Save again. Once again, we're doing Save, not Save As. Okay. Now you're all set. Let your teacher know that you are ready and your drawing is finished and you're ready to cut your part on a CNC mill. Next step, make sure you're talking to your teacher. Let them know that you're finished and you're ready to cut your part. Excellent. Nice job on running your toolpaths.